but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen come forward.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke, glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network for a kind of unexpected game. We were not supposed to be here anymore this year until girls volleyball starts, I believe, next week. But here we are. There was a busted sprinkler ahead at the gym at East St. Louis, and it, wood floors and water don't mix very well. And turns out that it damaged the floor at East St. Louis, so they had to move this game here. And so that's why we are here tonight. It is boys basketball action. Collinsville taking on East St. Louis. Southwestern Conference Tournament. This is quarterfinal action. The winner of this game will take on Belleville East tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Belleville East, as Belleville East is the #1 seed in this tournament. Also tonight, number 7 Alton is at number 2 Edwardsville. Number 6 O'Fallon is at number 3 Belleville West. The winners of those two games will play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And before we get going any further, the Lady Kahok season has come to a close. The girls just returning to the gym from their game at Edwardsville, as number 7 Collinsville had to travel to number 2 Edwardsville. Tough task to go to Edwardsville to play the Lady Tigers, and the Lady Tigers came out on top 66-29. So the season is over for your Lady Kahok basketball team. Boys basketball team, their season not over right now, and they are hoping that they can continue it. And to do so, they will have to get past East St. Louis. East St. Louis Flyers taking on the Collinsville Kahawks, and we welcome you in to the pregame show brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Caleb Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Caleb Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Stop in for weekly specials to find out what those are. Give them a call at 344-0404 or check them out online at CalebJennings.com. So Collinsville comes in this shortened pandemic season. They've only played in the year 2021, so I don't even call it the 2020-2021 season. It is what it is. All games played in 2021, so Collinsville went 7-9 in the short span that 2021 season is. 3-9 in conference play. East St. Louis, they only played conference games. They went 7-5, so 7-5 overall and 7-7 in conference play as well. Aaron Lee, the head coach of Collinsville, 12th year, has a 205 win and 148 in the loss column. That's just in his time with Collinsville. Overall, he is in his 32nd year as a high school coach in the state of Illinois, And overall, 670 wins, 291 losses, and that equals 961 games. East St. Louis, as we mentioned, comes in at 7-5. Mark Chambers is their head coach. He's in his 4th year, 74-33 overall. And coming off of a state championship 2 years ago during the 18-19 season, Class 3A state champions. They went 30-6 that year. Last year, they went 21-11. And in the first year for Mr. Chambers, 16-11. These two teams did play each other twice this year. East St. Louis won both games, 58-38 at Collinsville High School right here. That was on the 11th of February. Kahawks were held to single digits in quarters 1 through 3 in that game. East St. Louis, they played just 5 players the entire game, so they went with their starters all the way through that game. In that game, Collinsville's Trey Swaggart had 14 points and 5 rebounds to lead Collinsville, while East St. Louis's Ryan Stevenson led the team in points with 19, and former Kahawk David Granger led the Flyers in rebounds with 9. Kahawks in that game, 36.1 shooting from the floor, while East St. Louis was at 48.9. Collinsville had 6 of 8 free throws and 6 of 14 from beyond the three-point stripe, while East St. Louis had 9 of 11 free throws and 3 of 8 from the three-point stripe. Collinsville in that game, turnovers. They had a lot of them. They had 18, and they committed 11 fouls. East St. Louis had 7 turnovers in that game and also committed 11 fouls. 62-32, the game at East St. Louis. That was on the 27th of February. Kahawks were held to 3 points in the first quarter, and then they scored 10 in the second, 10 in the third, and then 9 in the fourth. Again, Trey Swaggart led the team with 11 points. Josh Chambers led Collinsville with 8 rebounds in that game. For East St. Louis, the same 2. Ryan Stevenson led in points with 21, and David Granger, the former Kahawk, led in rebounds with 10. Kahawks in that game shot even worse than they did in the first game. They shot 27.3% from the floor, while East St. Louis shot 45.3%. Each team didn't have that many tries at the free throw line. Collinsville hitting 4 of 9, East St. Louis 5 of 8. And the three-point stripe, Collinsville, again, in the teens with shots with 16 this time. They made 4. East St. Louis hit 9 three-pointers in that game out of 21 tries. And again, Collinsville turned the ball over in that contest 18 times. And again, East St. Louis turned the ball over only 7 times. So controlling the turnovers is going to have to be a big part of this game for Collinsville as we move forward. Take our first break here on the Caleb Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we'll have starting rosters for you, and we'll pass on a little bit of history between these two teams. We'll do that here in just a moment as the Caleb Jennings Flores pregame show continues on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Caleb Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Caleb Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Caleb Jennings Flores is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Caleb Jennings Flores is there for any life's major moments. Caleb Jennings Flores, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at calebjennings.com.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend-setting. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke alongside Dr. Chris McCluskey, and we are underway here in this, what is supposed to be a road game for your Collinsville Kahawks. So they are in purple, and on the floor for Collinsville, you have Nate Hall, the 6'7 senior, Trey Swaggart, the 6'1 junior, and there is Nate Hall right off the bat making things happen for Collinsville. Jackson Lee, the 6'1 senior, Josh Chambers, the 6'6 senior, and Kyle Moore, the 5'11 senior, all getting the start here tonight for Collinsville. East St. Louis, they're the team in white here. They are actually the home team in this game, and they travel down the other end of the court, throw up first shot, no good, and the rebound belongs to no one. Ends up out of bounds, last touched by East St. Louis, so Collinsville gets the ball. Here are the starting five for East St. Louis. Christian Jones, the 6' junior, Ryan Stevenson, the 6'3 senior, Jalen Watson, the 6'6 senior, McCaleb Rich, a 6'6 sophomore, and Lintez Simmons, a 6' senior. And as Dr. Chris mentioned before he came on, David Granger not starting? No, he's not. Wondering the same thing myself. He led the team in rebounds in both games against Collinsville this year, so not starting. Maybe we'll see him a little bit later.
I'm sure we will.
East St. Louis with the ball, turnaround shot underneath the basket, and Lintez Simmons picks up his first two, and we're tied at 2. Collinsville brings it across. And Kyle Moore brings it up the near side sideline to Josh Chambers. Back over to Moore at the midcourt line, and then back over to Moore. He comes in on the left wing. Back out front will go now to Swaggart. Back to Moore, and they'll switch positions. Swaggart comes over to the left side. Moore stays over there, bounces it in the perimeter to Chambers, then to Kyle Moore in the corner for three. That's way short. Comes down into the hands of Jalen Watson, and a big slam dunk by Ryan Stevenson will give East St. Louis their first lead.
Yeah, Stevenson took off like a wide receiver, and the East St. Louis young man, I didn't see what number he was, and they made a nice outlet pass for the five-slamma jamma for East St. Louis.
Nate Hall with the ball now. Over to Jackson Lee. Lee comes from in front of the East St. Louis bench. Over to Swaggart. Swaggart now on the right wing at the free throw line. No room there to get around Watson. And back out it goes to Hall. Jackson Lee on the wing. Back to Hall in front of the Flyers bench. Now Moore to Swaggart. Swaggart dribbles, drives in the perimeter, takes a shot. It goes over the basket. So far, 2 shots at the basket there lately, and not even rim or backboard. And this one comes down, and East St. Louis got their hands on it in a moment, and then they managed somehow or another to take away what took about a 60-second rebound.
Yeah, great hustle by Trey Swaggart. I don't know how the ball didn't fall on those 2 layups, but Trey Swaggart showed great hustle, but at any rate, the Flyers have the ball up 4-2.
All the way out to Christian Jones. Jones, 6'4" junior. And back out front now to Watson. Watson over to Simmons. Back to Stevenson. Stevenson, the leading scorer on the year for East St. Louis. And then back to the top of the key. Here comes the first three-pointer launched by East St. Louis. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Lots of times we've seen so far this year, Mr. McCluskey, that Collinsville will collect a rebound after a missed three-point shot, but then can't turn it into points.
That is true. I'll tell you what, Collinsville's moving the ball well. It's a nice, fast-paced game so far. Both teams moving the ball well, and should be an exciting contest here at Virgil Fletcher Gym.
4:42 left here in the first, and that's our first mask timeout, so we'll step aside for a mask timeout as well. Back in just a moment on the
Lakeside
Kahok
Roofing
Sports
in
Network.
Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you. It is 4-2, East St. Louis in the lead here early on in the Southwestern Conference quarterfinal game. The ladies are already done. They just came back to the gym right before I went on and informed me that they lost 66-29. So the Lady Kahok basketball season is over. That was at Edwardsville. And now Edwardsville will move on, and they'll have their semifinals tomorrow.
Yeah, action-packed game here between the Kahawks and the Flyers. Not a lot of scoring per se, but both teams are playing energetic basketball. And here comes Caleb Ballinger.
Oh, still can't get it to connect. Collinsville has missed on their last 3 shots, and Jackson Lee collects a rebound all the way in the backcourt.
Yeah, good hustle by Jackson Lee. Yeah,
so we've had the longest rebound in terms of time and the longest rebound in terms of length.
We could just get some layups to fall. We wouldn't have to worry about it, right?
That's true. Here's Swaggart. Swaggart drives, left side of the lane, and there you go off the glass for Chambers.
Man, great dish by Trey Swaggart. He attracts 3 East St. Louis defenders, dumps it off to big man Chambers, and the game is tied.
And big congratulations to the JV team. We didn't have a chance to go on and congratulate them because we had to switch over to soccer on Tuesday night. So 16-0 season for the JVers. Congratulations to Coach Anderson and the JV Kahawks.
Man, we've got our guy boxed out. They miss a 3, and we just mishandle the ball and give up what isn't a turnover on the books, but it really is. And East St. Louis cashes in on a 3-pointer to go up 7-4.
3-point lead for East St. Louis, and Collinsville back to work here outside of the perimeter. Swaggart over on the right wing, now to the left wing for Nate Hall. Nate Hall bluffs the 3, drives around Stevenson off the glass. I think that was partially blocked by David Granger, who's into the game for the first time. And then Trey Swaggart loses his mask on the right wing, and they're going to blow the whistle to make him put it back on.
Yeah, another great hustle by Trey Swaggart. Man, if every kid in America played with the energy that number 2 Swaggart plays with, things would be a lot better for everybody. I love to watch his energy.
Collinsville back to work. Swaggart drives baseline underneath the basket off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Swaggart tipped it all the way out, but unfortunately, East St. Louis was the ones who picked it up.
Oh,
and now
travel. My goodness.
Lane and McCaleb Rich picks up another 2 for his team, and the Flyers have a 5-point lead, 9-4. I thought I saw some feet shuffle as well.
That's a big break for Collinsville. I think they shuffled, but then his foot slid. I think he traveled twice.
Foul on the play. This one's going to go to Watson, I believe. Nope, it's going to go to Granger. Former Kahawk comes in, picks up a foul. 6'7" senior. And the inbound pass comes into his former teammate, Caleb Ballinger. Ballinger back near the slot area to Swaggart. Swaggart from the right wing dumps it off to Nate Hall. Top of the key, big 3-pointer.
Great shot by the senior Nate Hall. You know, it seems like he's made a handful of shots from that kind of mid-key wing range, and that was about 3 feet behind the 3-point line. So nice shot by the senior.
There's Rich, and he is fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line to try to turn a 2-pointer into a 3-pointer. Nate Hall picks up his first. And Leslie Brazier, the 5'9" senior, checks in for East St. Louis at the free throw line. Rich makes his, and that adds on to his 70% free throw shooting on the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a large human as well. He looks like an NFL player, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty
My
big
goodness.
kid. Collinsville down by 5 once again. Here's Ballinger over to Nate Hall. Kahawks were down by 5 a moment ago. Nate Hall hit a big 3-pointer over to Swaggart. Swaggart on the left wing. Now inside to Chambers, a handoff back to Swaggart. He bluffs the 3 and looks for some penetration. Baseline about 8 feet away. Takes the shot, and Trey Swaggart having a hard time penetrating that plastic cover on that rim.
He's making some great moves. The ball just won't go through the hoop, right? But we get the ball right back. Here comes Swaggart.
He's not going to give up, that's for sure. Here comes Trey. Drives down, has the ball knocked out of his hands, and it bounces right back to him, and there he connects, and Swaggart on the board for the first time.
Man, I like that. He, when a shooter's missing shots, you tell him what? Keep shooting.
That's right.
And we got one to fall, so I like that.
Here's another 3-point try. That one's nothing but net. Off of the hands of Leslie Brazier, who just checked into the game. And just like that, 6-point lead.
Yeah, Collinsville got crossed up. They had big Josh Chambers out on the guard Frazier, and he just didn't have a chance to defend that.
Here's Ballinger. Back over to Hall, where he just hit a 3-pointer from that spot, and that one's tipped out of bounds by Brazier. And Collinsville will keep it. They will inbound in front of the East St. Louis bench. 40.7 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Ballinger collects the inbound pass, and from the far sideline back toward the middle of the court, gives up to Swaggart. Swaggart dribbles. One bounce, gives it up to Hall. Over to Ballinger. Ballinger from this near sideline. Dribbles and drives, and he is fouled.
Yeah, good move by Caleb Ballinger. Uses the right hand, penetrates, and he really drew that foul. It was a pretty nice offensive move, so we'll see if he can cash in from the charity stripe.
David Granger commits his second foul, so he will probably go to the bench after this first shot by Mr. Caleb Ballinger, a 54.5% shooter on the year, and he hits the first one. Simmons will check back in, and Granger to the bench. Nick Graff checks into the game for the first time for Collinsville, and Nate Hall will go have a breather.
Yeah, look for Nick Graff to set up on the perimeter. He's got a nice three-point shot, defends well, and he should help these K-Hawks on their quest to even up this lead.
Missed by Ballinger, turns into a rebound by Swaggart. Swaggart almost had the ball knocked out of his hand, splits the defense and travels, or carried.
Carried the ball.
Being the call, yeah. Only the second turnover for Collinsville. Comes with 16.4 seconds left to play, and Dayton Horace, the 5'10 junior, checking in for the first time in this game.
Yeah, be nice to have Collinsville get a big stop here. Only down 5 points, definitely overcome that. Certainly don't want to give up a three-pointer, with time running out. And if you can get a big defensive stop, then you don't feel too bad about going into the second quarter, only down 5 against a great East St. Louis team.
Christian Jones brings it up. Down to 10 seconds left on the clock here for this first quarter. They move it up inside, and we have a foul away from the play.
No, on the play, Jackson Lee.
Oh, he came in.
Got into the body of the East St. Louis offensive player. So with 6.7 seconds left, the East St. Louis Flyers will get the ball out on the baseline.
Inbound pass will come in from Jones. Jones took his time, almost lost it, and a foul. You could tell that ball got its trajectory shaped by the body of Chambers into the basketball shooter, which was Jalen Watson.
Yeah, Chambers not happy with that call.
Nope.
Obviously, we can't see from up here, how much contact or ball there was, but at any rate, with 4.5 seconds left.
Jalen Watson misses his chance at his first points in this game. It's normally a 71.4% free throw shooter. Second opportunity coming up. And he missed both of them. He's only missed 8 all year, and he's missed both of those.
Turned out
Rebound
to be a
belongs
good
to
foul.
Collinsville. At the buzzer, shot no good.
They called a foul.
They called a foul. We'll have some free throws.
What a heads-up play by the junior Dayton Horace. I said going in down 5. Now we got a chance to go into the second quarter down 2. Dayton Horace, traditionally a pretty good free throw shooter.
First foul for Jalen Watson. And Horace hits that left side of the rim, and it rolls out the other side.
Let me rephrase that.
As a varsity player, 5 of 8, so not a lot as the varsity player, but I'm sure he had plenty as a JVer.
Maybe if I say he struggles from the line.
There you go, see?
Right?
Reverse jinx.
Yes.
He gets a threer. A threer.
Hey, two out of 3 ain't bad, right?
No, not at all. We'll take that anytime. So Collinsville trails by just 3 as we hit the end of one quarter, and we're back with second quarter action in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business. Whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you. And East St. Louis with the ball to start quarter number 2. Collinsville only trailing by 3. And there's a kick ball by Nate Hall. So East St. Louis will have to inbound the ball all over again. just underway in quarter number 2. 7:34 to be exact left in the quarter. Inbound pass from Stevenson comes all the way into the backcourt for Christian Jones, and Jones has to bring it back across, being guarded by Dayton Horace. He gets around Horace, dumps it off underneath, and a foul coming up, probably against Chambers, as Jalen Watson was going up. No, they called that one on Horace. Both of them were there. Couldn't tell if it was one or the other, but I knew one of them were involved. Here is Watson, just went 0 for 2 from there, and now he makes up for it. And Watson now trying to give East St. Louis back their 5-point lead. And he misses on that one. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks work the ball back up. Here is Ballinger. Ballinger comes up the near side sideline. Works his way over onto the wing, into the perimeter, crosses the free throw area, gives to Graff. Graff back out to Ballinger. And around the horn will go. Horace. Ballinger for 3. Yes, rattles home. Ballinger makes it a 1-point game, 16-15. East St. Louis with that 1-point lead, and here is Christian Jones. Jones moves up into the slot area. The small fans that are here making some noise, and speaking of making some noise, Jones made some noise all by himself. Back to a 3-point lead. Here's Ballinger. Ballinger gets the ball into the hands of Graff. Out front for Horace. Horace over on the wing for Nate Hall on the right wing. Being watched by Rich. Back out to Caleb Ballinger. Ballinger lost control of the ball for a second. Now he splits the defense, and then he hits Josh Chambers in the ankles with it.
Threw the ball right at his shoes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a tough one to handle,
Yeah,
huh?
dump off underneath, and Watson trying to back his way in. No room. Kicks it back out for Stevenson. And now back over to Rich. He'll turn around, take the shot, and that's good for 2.
Yeah, Nate Hall had good position, just didn't get his hands up in the face of the East St. Louis offensive player, so that puts the Flyers up by 5 points.
Been at 5-point lead a couple of times. Their biggest has been 6. There's Horace, and he travels. 4th turnover for Collinsville. They had 18 turnovers in each game that they lost earlier this year against St. Louis, so they have to cut down on that. Here comes Matt Clark. There's some energy for you right there.
Oh, you know he's one of my favorites, that's for sure.
Like that haircut?
The Matt Clark Show, baby. Here we go.
You like that haircut? He just got his haircut the other day.
I do like
that. At the shop.
At the shop.
At the shop. And he did. He went in and he's like, Todd Duke told me to tell you that I saw the commercial on the Kahok channel. There's a big 3-pointer by Jones.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go in the second period. Collinsville's done a great job of keeping this game close. We've got to settle down, cut down on the turnovers, keep this game from getting out of hand here going into halftime.
8-point lead now. Here's a 3-point answer by Hall, but that's a little bit too strong. Rebound. That belongs to Ballinger. Collinsville still in control of it. Hey, Hall, give it. Try again. There you go.
There it is, baby. Hey, great ball handling by Caleb. Oh, here comes Trey Swaggart.
And the ball knocked out of bounds by East St. Louis, and Collinsville's going to get the ball back.
Well, good. Collinsville is on the move here with 5:05 left in the second period, playing with great energy. A lot of hustle out of these K-Hawks, and let's see what we can do with this last 5 minutes of the half.
Sure, why not? Nate Hall. 2, Clark off the glass, can't get it up there far enough, and the rebound belongs to Rich and East St. Louis. They get it all the way down court quickly to Watson. Watson's shot won't go, but the ball stayed up there too long, and Rich took care of it before gravity did.
Boy, that's the large man I was talking about. Nothing like a rebound, alley-oop, jam all at the same time. Impressive.
Graff on the wing. Switches places with Hall. Hall gives it up to Swaggart. 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Hall, Graff. Graff looked at there. He was ready to shoot that 3, but Watson got there too quick to close off the area. Here is Swaggart. Dribble drive in the paint, off the glass, fouled. Looks like this one might be against Jalen Watson again. This will be Watson's second if it is.
Nice penetration by the junior Swaggart. Again, good ball movement. His teammates rush over to help him up off the hardwood. And it looks like we'll have a timeout.
Mask timeout is upon us, so we step aside for just a moment. Here
Are
on
the
the
lights
Kahok
on your
Sports
dashboard
Network.
putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 25-18 in favor of East St. Louis right now. And these two teams battle it out. They've been battling it out for a long, long time. You know, the first time these two teams met, February of 1909. Right? Well, not right here. At Collinsville High School. Collinsville won that game. There was no score given. And they met each other at East St. Louis a little later. They won again, but there was no score. Those early on games, man, back in those eearly 1900s, they didn't have scores, I guess. I don't know. So
they were shooting on peach baskets,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So over those years, Collinsville is big time in front. See, I'm barely or on the edge or something like that, like I always say. 150 wins for Collinsville to 53 wins over that time, and 203 matchups between these two schools. Swaggart makes the first, misses the second, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Collinsville back to within 6. In the corner it goes, then out front, three-point shot, Stevenson. That chips across the rim, and the volleyball is going to come down in someone's hands and turn back into a basketball, and that someone is Trey Swaggart. And then Swaggart is bumped into on the way down the floor, and another foul coming up against East St. Louis. This will be team foul number 5, and the second one on Lintez Simmons.
Yeah, number 2 fouls number 2. Trey Swaggart again with more hustle. You hear me say that quite a bit. Simmons just got him with the body. That'll end up with big 6'7" Nate Hall taking the ball out just about the hash mark.
6 fouls for East St. Louis. I am so used to looking at the other side of the scoreboard because Collinsville is usually the home team, and it's reversed today, and I got to get used to that. All right, back to action. Jackson Lee back into the game. Gives to Nate Hall. Hall, top of the key to Swaggart over on the left wing. Swaggart dribbles. One-hand pass over to Lee. Lee on the right wing. Back to the top of the key. And a handoff to Nate Hall. All the way back at midcourt. 3:35 to play. All alone.
Oh, shoot the ball.
Jackson Lee.
Oh, good.
I thought he waited too long as well.
I didn't know if he was going to shoot it. He was wide open. He pump faked nobody.
No, 3-point. No, in the corner.
Yeah, Jackson got excited about hitting that bucket. He got crossed up and left the Flyer wide open. That puts the Flyers up 28-21.
Darren Lee almost came out on the floor to guard him, but he couldn't do that. So here's Swaggart all by himself. Nice moves. Trey Swaggart.
He finally got one of those runners to fall. It's good to see.
Here's Christian Jones. Back and forth we go. Here is Rich. Rich back to Jones at the top of the key. Jones over on the far side. Watson thought about that three-pointer, but he pulled it back. And now Rich, everybody outside the perimeter until Jones drives. Shot off balance, no good. Rebound, Jackson Lee and Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up, only trailing by 5. 2:45 left to play here in this first half. Trey Swaggart in front of the scorer's table. Back over to this side now to Moore. On to the free throw line. Spin move. Nate Hall, good job.
Man, that was a quick spin move. He fakes left. He spins right. Kisses it off the glass with the left hand. Collinsville only down 3, 25-28. Here we go, baby.
Jaden Hale with the ball. On the wing. Into the corner. Back to the wing. Now over onto the other side for Jones. Jones gets it back to Hale.
Tell you what, you cancel out a couple of those wide open threes, all of a sudden Collinsville's in the lead.
Yeah.
You know, I got to think going into this matchup, if you said we'd be down 3.
Oh. Wide open in the corner, Christian Jones. And that's the third three-point bucket made by Jones tonight. Here's Swaggart. Swaggart stops on the right wing, gives to Chambers. Back to Swaggart it goes. Down to 1:45 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville trailing by 6. Nate Hall, top of the key. Pulls the trigger and no good. And Hall tries to go in for a rebound and runs right into Leslie Brazier, and Hall's going to get tagged for his second foul.
Yeah, Hall forced that shot, was frustrated, and it's what we call a frustration foul. At the end of the day, though, 1:32 left, Collinsville down 6 to the Flyers. See if we can make a big defensive stop.
Hale, top of the key. Over onto the wing, back to Hale it goes, and then back over to Jones. Jones into the corner for Rich. Back out front for Jones and back to Hale. Around the horn, and eventually they'll think somebody's wide open for 3. A miss belongs to Collinsville on the rebound, and the Kahawks move it back up with just over a minute to play here in this first half. Hall, and he tries to pass the ball to Trey Swaggart, but Christian Jones was playing cornerback and came in and tried to get the interception.
Yeah, Kahawks probably best served to just go ahead and slow this thing down, look for to penetrate and dish or penetrate and layup, keep this game under control.
Well, Kyle Moore tried to throw a 60-mile-an-hour fastball to Nate Hall, and it bounced right off of Hall and out of bounds. So
from
turnover for Collinsville.
away.
Yeah, 7 feet away.
Yeah, that was a bullet.
Here's Hale. East St. Louis looking like they want to play for last shot of the first half.
Probably a pretty good idea, right?
Right. Up by 6. Flyers have led by 8. That's their biggest lead. They've been at 6 a couple of times. Here's Jones, and now some pressure being put on by the Kahawks to force the issue a bit as we have 25 seconds left. Over to Jones. Across the court to Stevenson. Out front to Hale, back to Jones.
St. Louis moving the ball well out on the perimeter.
Here's Jones. He puts one up and in just inside the perimeter, and Jones is on fire with 13 points here already in this contest. Jackson Lee for 3, and that's good right before the buzzer sounds, and that will help.
That's a big bucket by the senior Jackson Lee, Todd.
It is, man. I mean,
Big
you were talking about being down by about 8 points or so, and now it's looking like 5. That's a lot better.
Hey, I think if anybody would have said, well, you know, if we could go into halftime down 5 to East St. Louis, I think we would take it.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, halftime is upon us. We will take a break. We'll crunch some numbers for you, and we'll pass all that number information along to you in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, "The usual?" So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
And welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey. We are at halftime. 33-28 is our score after one half of play. It was 15-12. East St. Louis led by 3 points after the first quarter, and then another close second quarter as the Flyers outscored Collinsville 18-16 in that second quarter. So they extended that 3-point lead to a 5-point lead, and big three-pointer there by Jackson Lee helped keep that at a 5-point lead. Leading scorer in this one from the Flyers side, that's Christian Jones. He has 13 points, 3 3-pointers has helped him get there. Michaela Rich almost in double digits. He has 9, 6 points for Leslie Brazier, 2 for Lintez Simmons, and Jalen Watson has 1 point. Ryan Stevenson, their leading scorer this year, has 2 points. For Collinsville, leading scorer is Nate Hall. He has 11, 5 points for Jackson Lee, 4 each for Trey Swaggart and Caleb Ballinger, and then 2 apiece for Josh Chambers and Dayton Horace. From the lines, Collinsville hit 4 of 7 free throws. East St. Louis hit 4 also. They took 6 tries. From the 3-point stripe, Collinsville hits 3 of 5, while East St. Louis hits 5 of 8. And the rebound battle, a close one as well. Collinsville barely edging out East St. Louis in that battle. 12-10. Collinsville has turned the ball over 5 times compared to 2 for the East St. Louis Flyers. That is a look at your first half stats. Another break coming your way, and then second half action will be along in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121 or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. It is halftime, or, well, halftime is just about over here. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you, 33-28 in favor of East St. Louis. Let's take a look at some more history, shall you? We told you that over the years, since 1909, Collinsville won 50 and 53 against East St. Louis. The first playoff meeting, by the way, was March the 6th of 1924. That was at Granite City Districts, and Collinsville won that game 22-15. They lost to Jerseyville the next day, 22-20. Talk about a close game, man. That's close.
That is close.
Let's see, what else do I have for you? They beat East St. Louis in the sectional championship game at East St. Louis, 32-24. That was on the March of 1931, 90 years ago. This Sunday. No super sectional in those days, so Collinsville went straight to state last year. They lost to eventual champions Decatur 24-23 in quarterfinal action. That was Collinsville's second trip to state, by the way. They went in 1921 and lost to Batavia 24-9 in quarterfinal action. The first playoff loss to East St. Louis 85 years ago today. How about that? 85 years ago today.
Wow.
The first playoffs lost to East St. Louis. That was on the 11th of March, 1936, a 36-30 score in a sectional semifinal game that took place at East St. Louis. While I was doing my homework just for fun, I wanted to see how Coach Fletcher did against East St. Louis. Check this out. Coach Fletcher in his 32 years was 49-13 versus East St. Louis in the regular season, 3-0 in the playoffs, so 52-13 overall against East St. Louis in those 32 years.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that in the least bit.
Coach Lee, on the other hand, not quite as fortunate. He is 5-19 versus East St. Louis. That includes, though, a 1-0 mark in the playoffs, that 2015 regional championship game. We're back to action.
That was Mr. Andre Rickman's senior year.
Yeah, it was. And Mr. Davis as well. Here's Trey Swaggart off the glass. Quick 2 points. That's how quarter number 3 begins here at Collinsville.
Yeah, great move by Trey. Puts it up high off the glass to avoid the block. Let's see if Collinsville can make a big defensive stand here.
I know how much you love my history lessons. So
I do love them. They're incredible. I do.
Had to give that up.
I love it.
Here's a 3-point shot. That's a little off the mark to the right-hand side. Rebound, however, put back up and in by McCaleb Rich. And not only does East St. Louis answer, they add one more point onto their lead. Here is Ballinger. Ballinger over in front of his bench. Almost lost control of the ball. Gives it up to Swaggart. Swaggart to Chambers on the wing. At the free throw line to Jackson Lee. Lee out onto the right wing for Chambers. Chambers back out front. Swaggart in the slot. Oh, tried to give it to Nate Hall. Looked like Nate Hall was going to go onto the wing, but he cut inside instead.
Yeah, just some miscommunication. That stuff happens in the game of basketball. But even more important, that Collinsville make a defensive stand this trip down the floor.
Here comes Jones. Jones on the far side wing from us for Stevenson. We're back in our normal perch above the balcony above the coach's offices here, so kind of nice to be back in familiar territory. There's a little fingertip drive by Rich, and Rich now has 5 points here in this second half already, and he's now up to 14, 37-30. 7-point lead belongs to East St. Louis. Here comes Collinsville. Nate Hall on the right wing. Rich right in front of him. Dribbles around Rich and then out to Ballinger. Ballinger, top of the key. Kicks it out to Swaggart for 3. That's a little too strong. That's going to miss everything, and no foul on the play as Swaggart gets knocked down by Stevenson.
He sure did.
So, turnover by Collinsville.
Gets the referee figured out that, figured that the foul didn't impede the shot, so he just went with the no call.
There's Stevenson. Back out to the top and over this way, right underneath our location, and rattled in 3 by McCaleb Rich. So it was Christian Jones in the first half with a hot hand, and now Rich is on fire here as the second half begins. 10-point lead, biggest lead of the night for East St. Louis. Here is Swaggart. He goes up with an underhand move, and he's fouled in the process, and I believe that's going to be number 3 for Simmons.
Looks like we're going to have Travion Swaggart going to the line for 2 free throws from the charity stripe to try to bring this game within 8. You know, the Flyers have sort of inconspicuously all of a sudden gained a 10-point lead. It's interesting how a game can slip away without you even kind of realizing it's happened.
Swaggart misses the first one. Swaggart went 0 for 1, or 0 for 2, excuse me, 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line. Second shot on the way. That one's good. So 1 for 2 for Swaggart on both trips thus far. Back to a single-digit lead, 9 points, trapped in the back corner. Now they break out of it on a pass to Rich. Rich all the way in the corner, and Granger feeds it up underneath off the glass. Good for 2. Into the free throw line will go Jalen Watson.
Yeah, Trey Swaggart trying to give Jackson Lee a little coaching, a little advice. Try to go straight up on defense instead of coming over the top.
Watson went 1 of 4 from the free throw line in that first half, and it's the only one he's going to get here. And now it is a 12-point lead, biggest lead of the night again for East St. Louis. Over to Ballinger. Let's not let this game get away, and Coach Lee is going to call a timeout, so we'll call a timeout as well, and we'll be back in just a little bit here on the Kahok Sports
Looking
Network.
to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey is on the other microphone. 43-31, East St. Louis has widened their lead. It started off as a 5-point lead when we started this quarter, and now it's a 12-point lead. And Dr. Chris, we don't want to see a prolonged period of turnovers and rebounds and points by the other team, or we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's for certain. I mean, it went from a 3-point lead to a 8-point lead in a hurry. Collinsville misses a 3-pointer. Here comes East St. Louis.
Rich over on the wing in front of his bench. That was a 3-pointer that almost went in by Trey Swaggart. It just rattled and popped back out at the last moment. Rich with the ball again. Jackson provides the defense. Now over here to Granger. Granger, the former Kahok, into the corner for Jones. Jones dribbles and drives, baseline. Takes the shot over Josh Chambers, and it's good for 2. Jones now up to 15, and the lead widens for East St. Louis.
Yeah, East St. Louis is catching stride. Collinsville having a hard time putting the ball in the bucket. We're going to need a couple stops, a couple of offensive success trips in order to bring this one back within reach.
On the right wing and now into the right corner for Ballinger. Ballinger at the top of the key. Jackson Lee for 3. That's going to be off to the right, and the rebound being fought for by Josh Chambers and Watson, and the Flyers have the possession arrow in their favor, so unfortunately Collinsville commits turnover number 8, and we have reached the mask timeout time. So we'll step aside for a moment as well, and we're back in a flash on the Kahok Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
East St. Louis brings the ball up court as we're back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 4:20 left to play. Third quarter action. And Christian Jones banks another one off the glass, and the East St. Louis lead is now 16 points. Just like that, here's Ballinger, and East St. Louis can do that to you too. Same thing Collinsville did to teams last year. Here's Horace. Horace on the right wing, dribbles his way and then stops on that wing to Ballinger, over to Jackson Lee. Lee from around to the top of the key gives to Matt Clark. Matt Clark to Horace, who works it up inside to Nate Hall. Hall trying to back his way in, turns around, takes the shot. Good job.
Nice little fadeaway, left-handed baby hook by the senior Nate Hall to put 33 on the board for Collinsville, 47 for the East St. Louis Flyers.
There's Jones. He's into the paint, and he is going to be fouled by Horace. Dayton Horace picks up his second foul. And now Ballinger will head to the bench, and the senior Kyle Moore will come in. Lady Kahok basketball had their season in today in Edwardsville, 66-29. Collinsville trying to stay alive here and keep the basketball season at Collinsville High School going a little longer here in this pandemic-shortened 2021 season.
It's actually a little comical now that the guys are close. If you just look at the athletes that East St. Louis has on the floor compared to Collinsville, I mean, I got to commend our guys for staying in the game as long and as close as they did.
There's Granger off the glass, and the former Kahok picks up his first 2 points in this game and back out to a 16-point lead for East St. Louis. Here is Trey Swaggart. Swaggart brings it up across the line. Over onto the wing for Kyle Moore. Back out front for Swaggart. Now back over onto the right side for Clark, who gives it back to Swaggart. Swaggart drives just outside the lane, takes the shot and gets it to fall in.
And another nice runner by Trey Swaggart. Collinsville can just put a few defensive stops together. You know, there may be a chance, but it's tough to stop these athletes from east side.
Rich takes a shot, over the rim it goes, and out the other side, Swaggart pulls down the rebound. Collinsville needs to capitalize on missed opportunities by East St. Louis. Here is Swaggart into the corner for Kyle Moore. Moore back out onto the left wing for Hall. Now back into the corner for Swaggart. Swaggart, spin move, into the paint, off the fingertips and in.
Unbelievable. I don't know how he hits those runners like that, man. I'll tell you what. Great spin move. Trey Swaggart clapping. Let's go defense, Collinsville.
Kahawks got it back to within 12 points. A timeout on the floor taken by East St. Louis. So we'll step aside for just a moment, and we're back with more on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey. 2:20 left to play here in this third quarter. East St. Louis up 49-37 over Collinsville. Southwestern Conference Tournament quarterfinal action. Winner will move on to play number 1 seeded and state-ranked Belleville East tomorrow night. East St. Louis back with it. Here is Rich trying to get around Nate Hall. He does so and loses control of the ball. That's only the 3rd turnover in this game for East St. Louis, and it's time for Collinsville to take advantage, and taking advantage they didn't, as Swaggart missed on the layup this go-round, and East St. Louis will bring it back up court. Here is Jones. Jones over to Rich. Rich. Back to Jones. And Granger on the wing, over onto the far side for Jones, into the corner in front of his bench. He comes out of the corner, gives it up for Watson and gets it right back. Jones dribbles, free throw line, dumps it off to Rich. Rich. Back over to Jones. East St. Louis, I'm sure they're very content with keeping the ball outside of the perimeter and just chewing up time.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Down to a minute 15, here's Christian Jones. Jones just runs around the perimeter and then puts one off the glass, and that's good for 2, and he's fouled in the process.
Yeah, just an unfortunate move by the junior Matt Clark. You know, Jones had a clear shot runner at the hoop. Matt tried to move in front. I think he maybe thought he could take a charge, just too late. And we'll see Jones at the charity stripe to see if he can grab a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Jones, first trip to the free throw line, 68% from that there charity stripe this year. And he hits the only one he's going to get. And Jones now up to 20 points. Here is Swaggart. Final minute of the third quarter. Over to Clark, into the corner for Moore for 3, and that one skips across the rim. Rebound knocked out of bounds by East St. Louis. Collinsville will get the ball back. We're back in action Saturday. We were supposed to be covering soccer tonight, but they moved it to Saturday because of the impending storms that really never materialized. They did this morning, but I think tonight would have been pretty safe. Just some rain. Swaggart for 3, a little bit short. Rebound.
Dave Murray says that the threat of storms that they thought they saw are pretty much gone. We're just going to see some rain over the next few days.
Yeah, most of it stayed down south anyway. Now a loose ball on the floor, and foul called, or nope, yeah, jump ball called.
Jump ball.
Took them a while to make the signal for a jump ball, but it is a jump ball, and Kahawks have it in their favor.
You know what we learned last game? Those jump balls are dangerous,
They are.
Todd. You got to stay away from those.
I know. Ball has the Rona. Is that what everybody thinks? The Rona ball. All right, 25 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Collinsville with a lot of work to do, and they're only going to have about 1 quarter to do it. Here's Moore with another 3. That was off to the right, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis.
Hustle
and
by
then
Matt
a turnover,
Clark.
and then a point. Can we get some points on a turnover? Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. Great hustle by the junior Matt Clark. Turns into 2 points by the senior Nate Hall.
5 seconds left. Rich drives, and then Jackson Lee pushes the ball out of bounds. East St. Louis will have 2.5 seconds to do something with it. We're going to bring in Josh Chambers, get a little bit more height in there, take the place of Kyle Moore. So Chambers comes in, 6'6". Kyle Moore, 5'11", goes out. You'll trade 7 inches of height any day when you're talking about 2.5 seconds on an inbound pass.
No doubt
and
about
a turnaround shot off the glass, still good anyway. Right before the buzzer for Jalen Watson. And that is the way that the third quarter comes to a close, 54-39 in favor of East St. Louis. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times Tribune. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Fourth quarter underway here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Granger with a one-arm shovel pass to Christian Jones. And Collinsville has a lot of work to do.
Boy, they certainly do. That third quarter just got out of hand.
Outscored 21-11 in that third quarter. 5-point lead turned into a 15-point lead. Here's Rich over here to Jones. Jones drives across the lane and throws the ball away. Off of the hands of Granger.
It was a good look. I don't think Granger was flashing, but I just don't think he was quite ready for the basketball. At any rate, it's a turnover for Eastside. Let's see what the Kahawks can do with it. Coming down towards the west end of Virgil Fletcher Gym.
5 turnovers now for East St. Louis. They only had 2 in the first half, so they have surpassed their first half mark of 2 with 3 this half. Here is Ballinger. Bounces it to Hall, and Ballinger gets it right back. Hall wide open, top of the key for 3, and a little bit short. Rebound belongs to the Flyers. They bring it up in the form of Christian Jones. Jones across the way into Stevenson's hands. On the wing, opposite wing Granger, and deeper onto the wing now for Jones. Back out to the top toward Watson. And a give and go, and they're just going to do that for a while, I would imagine. East St. Louis in front of their own bench. Jones into the paint, kicks it back out for Granger. David Granger gives it up now for Rich.
Yeah, the Flyers in no hurry. They're actually moving the ball really well. They're playing disciplined basketball. And once you build that lead, you really don't want to settle for layups only, right?
All right. Granger. A hook pass, and that one rebounded late by East St. Louis, and then up off the glass, and it finally falls in for Watson. And then we have a whistle. What's that about?
That's the layup they were looking for. I'm not sure why there's a dead ball.
Oh, mask. Nick Graff lost his mask, and then he came off and put a new one on. And instead, he stays on the bench, and Jackson Lee comes back in. Here's Swaggart. We are down to what could be the final 6 minutes of the 2021 season here for Collinsville. Swaggart onto the wing for Nate Hall. Hall, top of the key for Ballinger, who gets it into Jackson Lee. Lee turns around and hands it back to Ballinger.
You have a little asterisk by the word season, right?
Yes, always. Yep, no state champions this year, so this Southwestern Conference tournament is going to be the crowning achievement for one of the teams in the Southwestern Conference, and then that's going to be the end of their season as well. It'll end on Saturday.
Yeah, probably East St. Louis, Belleville East maybe the favorites, huh?
Probably. Foul on the play as Ballinger was driving and shooting, so Caleb will head to the free throw line, and the foul will belong to Ryan Stevenson. That'll be his first. Ballinger hit 1 of 2 free throws in the first half. And that is Collinsville's first point here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Ballinger now 2 for 3 from the line. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 4.
He does.
He does.
So tonight's soccer game moved to Saturday, and that's where we'll be Saturday morning, 10 a.m. JV game, 11:30 varsity game, all versus Belleville West after Collinsville lost a heartbreaker of a season opener in Edwardsville. Went all the way down to penalty kicks, and Collinsville made 4 of their 5. Edwardsville made all of their 5.
My wife watched, and she said it was a pretty wild game, huh?
Yeah, very wild game. A blocking foul. Granger, I don't even remember.
Not sure he was anywhere near the play.
I don't know. The referee made the blocking foul mark, and they were on offense. I don't understand what that call was, but at any rate, Granger picks up his third foul, and here comes Ballinger to see if they can capitalize. And Granger said, nope. I might have given up the foul, but I'm going to get the ball back.
You're 5'7", you're not going to go into the paint against Eastside. That's
There's
for sure.
a three-point shot missing for East St. Louis, and here comes Swaggart after another rebound by Collinsville. He'll back it up to Ballinger. Top of the key now for Hall. Over to Lee. Lee back to the top for Swaggart for three. That one's high and a little bit too far. Hits that fat part of the iron, and then it hits a guide wire up at the top, and that's a turnover for Collinsville.
Yeah, Trey Swaggart just kind of forced that shot. I think we're getting a little desperate at the end of the game and, trying to take shots quickly, which obviously you have to score quick to have a shot.
We have a mask timeout on the floor, so we will take a mask timeout as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we have 4:39 left to go in what could be the season for your Collinsville Kahawks as they trail by 15 points, 56-41 to East St. Louis in this quarterfinal of the Southwestern Conference Tournament. And a turnover again by East St. Louis will give the ball back. And let's see, what else we got going on tonight? Well, number 7, Alton, is at number 2, Edwardsville, and number 6, O'Fallon, is at number 3, Belleville West. The winners of those two games will meet at 7 o'clock tomorrow. The winner of this game will travel to Belleville East and take on the Lancers at 6 p.m. Semifinal action tomorrow.
Probably be a pretty good game to watch, assuming East St. Louis moves through this game.
I think it would be a pretty good game to watch regardless. Collins will put up a pretty good fight against Belleville East in their final regular season game on Tuesday night.
They did. They sure did.
Here is Hall into the corner for Jackson Lee. Lee brings it out, has the ball knocked away into the backcourt. Ballinger goes over to get it, and yes, it was tipped into the backcourt. Mark Chambers, the head coach for East St. Louis, didn't think so. Here is Ballinger. Ballinger drives, pulls back, takes the shot. It's off to the right. Jackson Lee with the rebound, and the putback wouldn't go, but Jackson, the coach's son, will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, he had good position on the Flyer defender and got himself an offensive rebound, earned himself a trip to the line for 2 free throws with Grandpa David Lee watching up in the stands tonight. That's good to see.
Yes, it is. They opened up a little stands on the other side where we were all year long for the season for some East St. Louis fans to show up as well. So they're opening up things just a little bit more.
Need to open things up all the way more, Todd.
Here is Jackson Lee making both of them, and Lee came into this game just a 33.3% free throw shooter, but that's only because he hit 1 of 3. And another turnover. Collinsville brings it back up. Swaggart hop, skipped, and shaken right out of his hands.
Oh, he got his pocket picked.
Yes,
Uh-oh,
he did.
Look out.
Yep, that's going to be a slam dunk. Ryan Stevenson, he's only got 4 points in this game. Both of them have been dunks.
2 dunks.
Yep.
Pretty good shot percentage.
I
High
think
percentage
so.
shot, right?
Yep. Here is Ballinger. He makes his move, and he hops, skips, and jumps through the lane, and it's out of bounds off of the body of Jaden Hale, and Collinsville will get to keep it, but Kahawks are running out of time. They trail by 15 with 3.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'll probably see the Kahawks play hard throughout the end of this game, but it would take a sure feat to be able to overcome this lead with only 3:30 left.
Yeah, I would think that you're a feat from the unknown areas of feats.
Right, right.
Here's a turnover by Swaggart.
Well, that
and
should be a travel.
For some reason or another.
He walked first, and then he got
Hale,
fouled. But
Hale put on his brakes.
Yeah.
And Swaggart ran right into him, and Swaggart gets tagged for his first foul. Swaggart will go to the bench, and Kyle Moore will come in to take his place. Each team now with 4 fouls, 3:18 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes all the way out and taken by Stevenson. Stevenson will underhand it to Jones. Jones to Rich. Back outside we go, and we'll probably stay out there for a little while. Here's Hale. Hale back over for Stevenson. In front of his coach, Mark Chambers, 3-point shot, no good. And Kyle Moore with the rebound up to Ballinger. Ballinger moves the ball up onto the right wing. Back onto the left wing, Kyle Moore wide open for 3, and he's a little short on that one. And the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it back up.
Yeah, look, the East St. Louis are going to spread the floor here, pass the ball around the perimeter, and, they would be smart to conserve some energy.
Yeah, you'd think. But apparently that is not in the cards for McCaleb Rich.
No, and boy, he looked at Josh Chambers and just screamed in his face and won. Lots of energy coming out of Mr. Rich. He looked like a night train coming down that lane there.
Second foul on Chambers, 5th as a team for Collinsville, and Rich at the free throw line. Hits the only one on this trip and widens the lead, 61-43, 18-point advantage for East St. Louis. Here is Ballinger over on to the right side for Hall, and Hall gets it back from Chambers, and he'll launch a 3 of his own, and it's over the rim and right into the hands of the awaiting Mr. Jones. And Jones is going to take it all the way up himself, and a whistle as the ball is up out of bounds.
Looks like East St. Louis is not interested in
wasting time.
Keep away, wasting time, or conserving energy.
Not playing Waldo ball, are they?
They are bringing it.
Here is Rich. Rich dribbles, and a foul coming up against Nate Hall. That'll be his third. 2:04 left to play. Fourth quarter. Mark Chambers and the East St. Louis Flyers. 2 years ago, state champs. A poke and a steal, and off the glass.
Move.
Good for 2, and a foul coming up against Jaden Hale.
Man, that was a great move. Hale came in, tried to pick his pocket. Nate took that ball all the way out in his right hand, clutched it, came back underneath, and hits the bucket. Is he going to have a chance to add a bonus point for a 3-point play?
Yeah, and if Hale wouldn't have fouled him, Nate Hall was going in for the slam.
That's right. That's right, but that was a nice adjustment by the senior Nate Hall.
Nate Hall on the year, 64.7 from the charity stripe, and he misses. And Rich pulls down the rebound. East St. Louis, that's a travel.
He walked. There we go.
8th turnover for East St. Louis as Leslie Brazier checks back into the game. 1:53 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Ballinger, the senior, playing his last game on this court. He thought that he was playing his last game on this court on Tuesday night, but didn't turn out to be the case. Over to Ballinger in front of his bench. Him and the rest of the seniors get one more game. And now Kyle Moore goes into the backcourt to collect the tipped ball. 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Moore to Lee. Lee, also a senior, launches a 3-point play and just missed that one. Rebound belongs to the Flyers. Here comes Jones. Jones tried the old alley-oop to Granger, but Jackson Lee, who can spring like the best kangaroo you've ever seen, got up there to try and block that ball.
Boy, Granger's hand was at the top of the square on the backboard, and Lee was up above the rim. That was a pretty impressive athletic play by both young athletes.
Yeah, I think he's part jackrabbit, part kangaroo, and got some springs for legs. 1:12 left to go here in this fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Well, it's been a different year, but it's been entertaining, to say the least, for something that we weren't expecting to have happen. And, we didn't get the season started until the first week of February, but it's been fun And short but fun.
We've had a good time, and, there's it's the old laugh or cry deal, Todd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that personally, I don't agree with and I'm not happy with, and I think should have been different, but at the end of the day, they're not my decisions. And so you just choose to make the most of it. And we've had a ball watching these kids play basketball, right?
You play the hand you are dealt, and that's the one
right.
we were dealt, and we're playing along as best we can.
There you go, man. There you go. We've had a great time, and looks like we're going to have an action-packed spring with a lot of other Kahok sports coming up.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be real busy. I think starting next week I'm going to be busy. We have soccer and girls volleyball all week, I think, every day some point next week. I'll have to miss one of those games, but I won't miss a lot. Caleb Ballinger hits a three-pointer, and a foul coming up against Ballinger.
I enjoy calling all sports with you, Ty, but you know me, I'm at heart a baseball guy.
I know.
Can't wait to be in that booth at Fletcher Field and watching our new head coach, Brett Swip, and the incredible coaching staff he's put together. The culture's different, and I'm excited for some Kahok baseball.
Jaden Hale to the free throw line looking for his first points here in this game. He has hit 3 of 4 free throws on the varsity side this year. He only played in 7 of the 12 games for the Flyers on the varsity side of things. 5'6" junior hits both. And we're under a minute to go here in the season for Collinsville, 65-48. East St. Louis is going to go on to win this game and face Belleville East tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Lancers Gymnasium. Well, we do have football coming up, but I know that your son is playing in some club baseball, so that might prevent you from doing some games with us, but we hope you can make it. Right now, we only know of one game that we have for sure.
Next Thursday?
No, football doesn't start till the 19th.
Oh.
At Triad, the following Friday.
At Triad, okay.
Following Friday, we have a home game against Mascoutah. Then we are on the road again, and then they'll reshuffle the deck after the first 3 games to find out where everybody's going to go play. So right now, we only know of one home game we're going to get for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Ballinger. 4 of 4 for 3 throws, and Ballinger makes it an even 50 for Collinsville. They trail by 15 due to the Kahawks. Here comes Hale, being followed by Ballinger, and Hale takes it all the way coast to coast himself. No good. Rebound belongs to Horace for Collinsville. He gets it up into the hands of Wilkinson in the game for the first time, and there you go.
Hey, got some varsity points for
Jake Wilkerson,
6'2"
sophomore, gets some points.
Yeah, that kid can play. He's going to be an
he
exciting player to watch coming up through the system.
Part of that 16-0 JV team all the way down and left all alone. Demarion Brown, the 6'7" sophomore, into the game for the first time for the Flyers. Had the easiest basket he'll ever get in a varsity game. That one skips across the rim on a 3-point try by Ballinger. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers will hold on to it, and that's going to do it. 67-52 in favor of East St. Louis. Collinsville will end the year at 7-10. East St. Louis continues. They improved to 8-5, and will play Belleville East Friday at Belleville East at 6 o'clock. Time now to welcome you into the postgame program, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by the gentleman on the other microphone, Dr. Chris McCluskey. Take it away, sir.
Hey, thanks, Todd. So we own and operate Chiropractic Works on the Beltline in Collinsville, Illinois. Our mission is to help as many people live as high a quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. If you have any ailments or issues or want to make sure your spine nerve system stay healthy, have nutrition questions, feel free to contact us at 618-343-3602 or at www.chiropracticworkscollinsville.com.
Pleasure having you here, sir. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you at football season.
Absolutely, Todd. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
All right, Dr. Chris McCluskey there, and we appreciate not only his sponsorship, but also him helping us out here during these basketball seasons and the football season. So, final score 67-52 in favor of East St. Louis. We will take a break, and we'll come back and finish things up for you as the Chiropractic Works post-game show is coming up next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works postgame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Kahawks fall tonight at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Their season comes to a close. Final score 67-52 in quarterfinal action of the Southwestern Conference Boys Basketball Tournament. East St. Louis will move on to take on Belleville East tomorrow at 6 p.m. And the girls' season also ended tonight, too. They lost at Edwardsville in the quarterfinals of the girls' Southwestern Conference Tournament. 66-29 was the final score in that one. Here's how this one went. Collinsville kept it close throughout the first half, 15-12. A 3-point lead belonged to East St. Louis after the first quarter ended. Second quarter belonged to East St. Louis as well, but just a 3-point advantage, 18-16. Collinsville was outscored, so that 3-point Flyers lead turned into a 5-point lead. Third quarter is what did the Kahawks in. They were outscored 21-11 by the Flyers in that third quarter, and that 5-point lead at halftime blossomed to a 15-point lead for East St. Louis. The two teams both scored 13 points in quarter number 4, so the 15-point lead became a 15-point final, 67-52. Leading scorer in this one belongs to the Flyers. They had two players into the 20-point range. Christian Jones hit 22, while Michaela Britch hit 20. 8 points belong to Jalen Watson, 6 points for Leslie Brazier, 4 points for Ryan Stevenson, the team's leading scorer this year, and then 2 points apiece for David Granger, the former Kahawk, Jaden Hale, Lintez Simmons, and Damarian Brown. For Collinsville, they were led in points by Nate Hall's 17, followed by Trey Saggert's 12, and Caleb Ballinger's 11. So Collinsville got 3 players into double digits, but still end up on the losing side. 7 points belong to Jackson Lee, and then 2 points each for Josh Chambers, Dayton Horace, and Jake Wilkinson there at the end. From the lines, Collinsville ended up going 11 of 16 from the free throw line, while East St. Louis went 8 of 10. 3-point land. Collinsville had 4 of 7 in the first half. Not too bad, but they only hit one more try out of 11 more, or one more basket out of 11 more tries, and ended up 5 of 18 from beyond the 3-point stripe. East St. Louis ended up 7 of 11 from beyond the 3-point marker as well. Rebounds, East St. Louis won that battle 19-17. Collinsville turned the ball over 10 times compared to 8 times for East St. Louis. So that is going to do it. Collinsville ends their pandemic-shortened season at 7-10, while East St. Louis has picked up another win, and they are 8-5 on the year, and will now travel to the number 1 seeded Belleville East Lancers. Lancers are also state-ranked. That game will take place at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So, for Dr. Chris McCluskey, my name is Todd Duke. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Now our next action will come your way Saturday morning from Kahok Stadium. We have boys soccer action for you. JV gets the morning going at 10 a.m. and then varsity will take to the pitch at 11:30, all against Belleville West. So until then, everybody, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.